Woman in my life who most influenced me. I have like an embarrassment of riches here. But I guess it's probably a tie between my best friend and my mom.
I have to say my mom.
Has everyone said their mom?
My mom.
She's a teacher and I love that quality about her, and she's taught me so much, and I hope to continuously be able to do that, not only for my own children, but for everyone around me, especially the team here at SpotHero.
She's the ultimate superwoman. She's taught me to be kind, positive, and to never sweat the small stuff. She's just one of my biggest cheerleaders.
Growing up, she has always given me a lot of positive affirmations. It has been set in stone in my mind that I can be a confident woman and I have a voice.
She's taught me so many things. She's hardworking, she's empathetic, she's loving, and she showed me the meaning of unconditional love. And that's been one of the strongest pillars of my life.
She always looked for the best in people. So that has helped me to be positive in my own life and look out for the best in other people.
The woman that most influenced me personally was my paternal grandmother. She had 9 children and she was a domestic abuse survivor. I absolutely admire her ability to exit from that situation in those times and really make a life for herself. She's just like very well known and is a social butterfly, and I really admire that about her.
A woman in my life who most influenced me is one of my best friends from college, Gabby. She's really taught me that if you have a passion for something and you're excited about it, it's worth it to take the risk. You never know where it could land you.
So the best advice I've ever received from a female manager was to always go in to any new venture, activity, role with a good mindset. And so I've always gone in with like anything I do with an open mind and a positive attitude.
There's no one like you and you're special, so that's all you gotta be, is be yourself.
The things that are easy for you are not necessarily easy for me. Now that I'm older, I try to keep that perspective, and I think it's really helpful. Sometimes, especially as women, we can kind of undervalue ourselves. And I think about that. What's easy for me is not easy for somebody else.
Some of the best advice that I've gotten from both coworkers and friends is that it's okay to stick up for yourself. I think oftentimes I want to make everyone else in the room happy, that I sometimes put myself last, but it's okay to speak your voice and make yourself be heard. And at the end of the day, people are going to respect you more for voicing your opinion and standing up for yourself.
What she told me was that to grow and progress as a woman, you will have to do some stretching. And what she meant by this is that when you come out of your comfort zone, there will be some discomfort, but this is important because this is how you know you are growing as a woman.
The advice that she gave me was to find my voice. I was like her a little bit in that I was quiet a lot of times as well. So I'm still working on this and finding my voice, but I'm aware of it, and it's something that has helped me.
The best advice I ever received was from a former manager, and I started out my career on teams that I didn't have a lot of the technical experience or the domain experience to be successful, and I really felt I was underqualified to be effective in my role. And I had a heart-to-heart with my manager, and she told me, this is a lot of pressure that you're putting on yourself, and it's completely unnecessary. You will figure this out and you'll be amazing. And that conversation changed my life. From that moment, I felt like I could do anything. Anything that I put my mind to, that I was passionate about learning or was curious, I could just do.
I really should know my worth. Everyone in the organization is critical for the success of that organization, and you should be able to stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself in terms of getting recognition. This has helped me stand up for myself and understand that I have to be my own advocate in some cases, and understand that I am truly an important component of an organization.
My favorite female empowerment motto is, a woman is a full circle. Within her is the power to create, nurture, and transform.
My favorite female empowerment motto is to lean in. That's from Sheryl Sandberg. And I really believe it's so important to just get in there, be involved, be yourself, and just be you.
I think a lot of this quote it's attributed to Ginger Rogers, I can do anything Fred Astaire can backwards and in high heels. I think about that a lot. Even though I don't really wear high heels.
My personal female motto would be to be loud. You know, as a woman growing up, you are told to stay quiet, polite, sit nicely, smile. But as I grew older, I learned that it's okay to speak up, and you should speak up after yourself. So it's a good reminder that it's okay to speak up and take up space in a place.
My personal female empowerment motto is a quote by G.D. Anderson. Feminism is not about making women strong. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way that the world perceives that strength.
My personal female empowerment motto is something that I picked up this year, which is I don't shine if you don't shine. And it's about embracing powerful women in your network and being there for them to celebrate them and applaud them and cheer them on, versus being threatened by powerful women and being intimidated and being jealous and envious of them. I love it, and as the leader of the Women ERG, I try to bring that every day in every interaction I have. Is like, how do we really apply that in the work environment and tell them that we're here for them to be successful and help them shine and thrive.
Is a quote from Cher. I think it was a quote that her mom told her. She goes, "Sweetie, one day you should settle down and marry a rich man." And she said, "Mom, I am a rich man." And I just love that motto. I love that I grew up in a generation where it wasn't a question that I could go to college if I wanted to. It wasn't a question that I could have the career that I wanted afterwards and really put myself and my career first. And I just love that I live in a generation now that women can have the jobs that we couldn't have had 50, 60, 70 years ago, and I'm so grateful for that.
I've always kind of believed if you want something done, or if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So I've grown up with this, and what it's done for me is helped me become a confident and independent person.
Something I would tell my 8-year-old self is to don't worry about what others think and just be yourself.
I would tell them to keep being authentically you and true to yourself, and the people that are your friends and people that you want in your life will continue to stick by you and love you for your quirks and being who you are.
If I could go back to my 8-year-old self, I would say don't be afraid. I wished when I was 8 that someone would have just told me to not be scared and to just go for what you want.
Well, it would actually be advice that my dad gave to me when I was older. Very simple advice when I was about to graduate from college. He said, "I'm not worried about you, you'll be fine." So you'll be fine. And don't be embarrassed to be yourself. Don't be embarrassed to like things that aren't popular. And more glitter. There's always room for more glitter. If you think you have enough glitter, you can add, remember, glitter rubs off. You can add more glitter. There's always room.
The advice that I would give myself at 8 years old would be go with the flow and everything's gonna be okay. It's the way that I've kind of lived my life, and it's turned out well. I'm at SpotHero. And the other thing that I would say is don't lose sight on who you are. Always be yourself.
I would tell her that it's okay to not be perfect.
I would just tell myself to have fun and let go and be able to figure out who you are and prioritize yourself as well.
I would tell my 8-year-old self, Lynette, what comes your way, you know the way.